So this is from Hoot Hoot. Is this a poem? This is pretty cool. So this is from Reddit. I just gave this a retweet. It's not about blind fealty to Bernie, and it never has been. Okay, so this is from Hoot Hoot. In one corner, we have those who express their concerns by preaching to us from their establishment-leaning soapbox, the lazy gospel of what would Bernie do. But Bernie said, Bernie accepts the 13 Russians narrative, why won't you? Bernie would be ashamed of this sub. And in the other corner, we have the concern camp, Billy Taylor and his sort among them. Bernie is a sheepdog, Bernie is a fraud and a sellout who betrayed us, Bernie is a liar and not to be trusted. Both sides seems to want us to worry more about the whims and actions of one guy over the principles, the issues he raised, and where we do agree with him. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. How many times does a man have to tell you that he can't do it alone, and that it's not about him, and that he does not want you to blindly follow him, that you won't nor should you listen to him if he tells you what to do, that he's not your savior? Do you blame the guy who crashed into you, or do you blame the idiots running the store for not putting out a sign in the first place? Alright, and then there's an article here. Worry more. Alright, so let's get to the meat of this. Moral of the story is worry more about the issues, getting people into office, and calling out those who perpetuate election fraud. These are the things that must be dealt with. Worry about what you think is most effective in forwarding the progressive cause, and who knows, you just might come to find out Bernie was with you the whole time. I like it. I like it. It's a good article. Thank you, Hoot Hoot. I like that a lot, and I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, and I've said that before. You know, have I liked every action Bernie has taken? Of course not. I can't think of anyone who I've liked every action they've taken. But it's about policies, it's about principles, and it's about the movement as a whole, not necessarily what one person is or isn't doing. And, you know, whether you like Bernie or not, the bigger picture here is one thing Bernie did was he shined a big flashlight for all of us to let us know that there's more of us than we realize, and to let us know that we're far from alone, and that we're a big enough sector to really bring about true change. That's what Bernie did. You know, whether you like him or not is irrelevant to that point. That's just factually what he did. And that alone is more than most politicians have accomplished in a lifetime. So now you got to kind of take that and run with it. And that's what we got to do. So, you know, if you're looking for Bernie to be some perfect savior, well, you're going to be grossly disappointed, because that's not what he is. That's not what anybody is. But if you're going to be appreciative of what he did and take it and run with it, that's what you got to do. And we're certainly not going to agree on everything along the way. There's going to be some strategic disagreements. And when I say disagreements, I don't mean we're going to say it's okay to take all kinds of corporate money and to compromise on everything because the Republicans are bad guys. That's not what I mean when I say that. When I say that, I'm referring to we may have some disagreements on whether green entering is the way to go or not go. We may have some disagreements on Dem entering versus Dem exiting. We may have some disagreements on movement for a People's Party versus not movement for a People's Party. And as long as we're on the same side, those disagreements on strategy are okay. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to discuss them. We're going to debate them. And we're going to come out of it with the strongest foot forward. That's how movements work. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit,
And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.